What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. We got another box in the house, not necessarily a statue per se, but it's a staff. Wukong golden braided staff, will following. So this is meant to go in my Black Myth Wukong setup. I got this from Kaio Land, link in the description below. Not sure if he has any more of these, but I will put a link to this direct product. And in general, you can just buy other statues from there as well. Best place to get stuff. So let's get this bad boy out and see what we're working with. Alrighty, so got it out of the box. It's styrofoam with the straps, so let's remove that and open it up. Alrighty, so this is what we are greeted with. Looks like this was not very secure, so it's bouncing around in the box. These pieces of wood, so you can display it on this. I don't actually plan to display on this, as well as this, which I don't know what that's really for. Looks like, I don't know. But here's the staff. That's the main thing we're buying. So let's get it out of the bag. Alrighty, so here it is on the stand. It does have whatever that is, Studio 7. Can't really read it, it's in Chinese. Here it is. I did immediately notice one very crucial QC issue. Big glue glob right there. Don't really want to remove it just because I would probably strip the paint. But of course I could just flip it to the opposite side, which doesn't have that. It does have a locking mechanism to hold it when you want it extended. And as you can see, it does have some like Chinese symbols here. Not sure what they mean. This was also included. So, not sure what this says, obviously. I don't speak Mandarin, or pretty sure it's Mandarin, not Cantonese. The staff does have a good weight to it. Yeah, and you just twist this part right here. And then it locks it in, and then if you want to retract it, you can. So, pretty cool feature that it does that. It does actually extend. Now, in terms of total width, let's measure this. Alrighty, so total length is 5 feet and 5 inches when it's fully extended. And I believe, I will measure it, but I believe it's about 3 feet when it's closed. So really cool feature. Of course, you could wall mount it like this as well. I'm going to be wall mounting it, and so I think there's an advantage to having it extended out like this. In essence, you do get to technically see more. When it's closed, you don't see as much. So I may consider wall mounting like this. I just kind of have to see how it looks on the wall. But let's go ahead and take it in the video game room. Alrighty, folks. So here is the staff in the Wukong setup. Now, my idea is to wall mount it up there. However, if I was to wall mount it extended, I think I would need to move each of those posters a little to the right, because it's definitely going to cut into the posters. Now, of course, we don't have to display it fully extended. You can shorten it and only display some of it. Now, it does have these Chinese symbols on both sides, and I did check, and the symbols are the exact same as this. You can see that symbol with like the upside down A right there, the upside down A. This almost like house looking thing, which is right there. Although in general, that one does have more symbols. And I'm going to be brutally honest, the staff on the third is actually more detailed than this one. I like that better. I think it looks better. This does look really good, but I think the 1/3 just looks a little bit better. It's weird. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. So you have like a dragon right here that kind of wraps around. And then this part, which is similar to like that. There are definitely different golds. That's almost like a gold bronze, where this is a more gold look. Although this one probably has a little bit more weathering on it. It still looks great, and it has a good weight. I really like this stuff. I think they did a really good job on this stuff. That one obviously does not retract or anything. I don't know. Maybe it's just initially seeing them in the different colors, but they definitely both look really good. Let's see, where's the dragon on this one? Is that right there? Then this one. And then let's see, have that design a little bit different on there. Maybe it's a little bit easier to see some of the details here. This also does have a different logo right here in Chinese. Maybe it says Black Myth Wukong, no idea. Again, you have that annoying thing right there. So of course you can rotate it, and then there's different signals here, which I'm wondering if these signals, let me compare it. Okay, so yep, so those additional symbols right there are on this side. So you basically get the left half on one side, the right half on the other side. Is it truly life size? I mean, based off how big that one is, I mean, that one I think is 3 feet. So this would need to be 9 feet, I think, to be truly life size. I don't believe it's truly life size, but it is definitely big. Like, it's 5.5 feet tall, nearly 5.5 feet wide or whatever. And then as you can see, you know, like my hand holding it. So it's definitely big. This thing costs like, God, I don't even remember, like $200 or something like that. There's also other like custom Wukong staffs you can just buy on eBay. I don't even remember the prices. This is kind of just one I saw on Kyleland. I thought it looked good, and so I decided to get it. Let's go ahead and retract it now. Now this is a semi-retracted look. Like, this would definitely fit if I wanted to do it like this. Although I'd probably angle it better so you can see the symbols all throughout. But you could do this. I don't know, it's kind of weird. I feel like you either got to go full retracted or not retracted at all. Alrighty, so here is the retracted look, like fully retracted. Now there is technically a little gap, about a finger's width right here. So you cannot have these gold things touching. It will not go any further beyond that. So that's the minimal you can do, is like that. So that is 39 inches wide, so a little over 3 feet. Now, I actually don't mind it having that little right here because it acts as like a separator for each side of the staff. Now, the actual, this middle part, as you saw, is just like black with the symbols. This one has a lot of detailing on it like that, as you can see, like those dot patterns. Kind of reminds me of PCS skin tone back in the day. But, like I said, I still feel like I prefer the one on the half scale. I don't know, maybe it's the coloring or the style. I think I do prefer it. I still think this is good. I think it's overpriced at $200. This feels more like a $125 piece to me. In terms of overall weight, let's think. I did tricep today. This maybe weighs 5 pounds, if that. So my general idea was I was going to wall mount this right there. So I don't have the tools. I need to measure it. Just as you can see, certain parts of this are quite big. I do have the material, so maybe I can wall mount it right now actually and show it to you guys, or if not, you'll see it in another video. But overall, it's a good piece. Like I said, I feel like it's a little overpriced for the quality. I think it should have been a little bit better. I think the detail on the staff could have been a little bit better. And the paint, I probably would prefer the paint style on the half scale. But overall, it's still a great piece. I do not regret getting it by any means. So big thanks to Kyleland for getting this out to me. Took a little over a month in transit. No tariffs or anything like that. The next piece on the docket is going to be Gandalf Ultimate and Abe Sapien Maquette. Abe charges on the 24th, so he should ship that day. And then he'll arrive a few days later. Gandalf should hit customs in the next 5 days. So those are the next 2 statues. So I should get both by end of month. And I think those are the final 2 statues I'll receive this month. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.